friends, it's been a long time. My apologies. So it's Natasha from the Cozy Cushion, the intuitive empath with psychic ability that likes to come here each week and talk about spiritual strength as well as some other things. So today is a very, very special day in Nova Scotia. It's Christmas Eve, so everywhere around the world we are trying our best to feel the Christmas spirit. And we're doing things for our friends and family, and it's so special in Nova Scotia because we have snow for Christmas. We have not had snow for a few years now, and it's been very hard on us here in Nova Scotia because we've always had an abundance of snow. So this is our year to really soak it up and enjoy it. So this is my kitchen. This is where I very rarely ever cook. I don't spend much time in here, but one thing I do really enjoy doing, especially during snowstorms, is make cookies. So today I'm going to do a video with you guys, and you can watch me partially make some cookies because there's going to be some loud moments where I use the mixer, so we'll see how that goes. This is not pre-planned, and I do enjoy your engagement, and I hope that you'll leave me comments below. And if this is the first time ever watching one of my videos, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you subscribe once the video's done. So maybe sit and grab a tea or coffee or a hot chocolate, maybe a drink of water, and come sit and watch me make some double chocolate, dark chocolate cookies for my family for Christmas Eve. So, the holidays present some challenges, and I just want to speak directly to the people that really don't enjoy Christmas or the holidays because it's very difficult because they've maybe lost a loved one or their life had such a big paradigm change that it's very difficult to find your holiday spirit, so to speak. And I feel that actually for the first quite a few years of my life, when I was a little girl, I absolutely loved Christmas. And then after my parents divorced, I hated Christmas. It was excruciating for me. I didn't enjoy it. I cried a lot. I was sick. I always had a sore throat. I always had throat infections. I actually got pneumonia one Christmas as well because I think that the stress of the holidays really took a toll and had an effect on my immune system. So I totally understand how sometimes the holidays can bring on some unexpected symptoms, real life experiences that are just not joyful at all. I know of people, I used to be in health and wellness, so I worked in a gym, and I loved working the front desk, and so much during the holidays that people really came in panicked or had cold sores or, same thing, illness, a lot of sickness. Everybody's like, oh, it's flu season. No, it is fucking stress season. We're all attached to these ridiculous expectations that somewhere along the line our families and we have decided that we're going to participate in, like the consumerism and the buying, the abundance of presents and expectations to drive here, there, and everywhere. There's people that change provinces. They drive to a different province to spend time, or even a different state. We have people in Canada that visit They're American families throughout the holidays, so they take long trips and a journey to spend time with those people. And it can be stressful, and sometimes our loved ones are not well during the holiday season. People get, I know there's families that have also received really bad, devastating news, and they're really trying their best to navigate these life changes throughout the holidays. And that presents so many different challenges and stuff like that. And it's okay. But what I really recommend is no matter what you're going through or what's changed, because there's some of y'all I know are living completely different lives than they were in 2023 or even halfway through this year. You've had major life transitions. There's been divorces, there's been illnesses, there's been loss of our loved ones, family members, best friends in very impactful ways. And I really hope that if you're watching this video, it's no accident. You came across this video because you needed an optimistic perspective of how to navigate the holidays. I've even heard comments of, you just talk to people in general and say, how are you spending the holidays or what have you. And so many people just want to spend it, drinking and getting hammered. And I used to spend it that way for so many years. And now that I'm older and I enjoy making cookies, I can't imagine finding joy in spending Christmas hammered. So those of you that are choosing to spend Christmas that way, cheers, no judgment. Just think about your family on the other end of the bottle there, and maybe split the difference. Spend half of it really buzzed, really happy, footloose and fancy free, and the other half of it kind of respectful to your family and environment, because what I find is there's a mixture of everybody. So if you're all getting together for the holidays, there's going to be those people that have had grief and loss. And the joy and the laughter and the shenanigans, it makes them cringe and tense up. It's triggering, and it makes them cry, and it makes them miss different times. And we need to be respectful of each other and be gentle with each other for the next 24 hours or so. The people that are alone this holiday season, that's okay too. Please don't beat up yourself over feeling as though you have no one for the holidays. I understand that it may very much feel that way. And I am truly sorry, because I'm a people person. And I honestly love having a lot of people around throughout the holidays. When I was younger, everybody would come to my apartment. We would play Nintendo all night long till our thumbs were going to fall off. We would wrap presents together and usually have, a lot of drinks and refreshments and stuff going on. And those were fun times, but now I have a much smaller circle and it's much quieter. So I always think about when we get together to give each other the time and space that we need and let us off the hook. So if somebody wants to leave early or just drop by, say hello, Merry Christmas, see you later, please don't make them feel guilty. Please don't shove food down their throat and make them eat when they're just not into it. It's, your gift to them could be just to be empathetic, understanding, and embrace their choice to even not celebrate. So be very gentle on each other. Just gonna look at my recipe here for a second. I'm pretty sure we're adding the Hershey's This here is one of my favorite ingredients. It's the Hershey's cocoa, and they didn't have any on the shelf when I went grocery shopping, so I was like, oh, I hope I have enough, and I'm pretty sure that I do, thankfully. As well as I'll have a little bit left over for later if I decide to have a hot cocoa drink this evening while I wait for Santa to stop by and fill our stockings. I'm not going to stay awake. I just watch Christmas movies usually until I fall asleep while I wait for Santa. You know, so there's that. So how are you all spending your holidays? If you could leave comments below on your favorite things. I really want to focus on gratitude this holiday season. That wasn't always the case with me, so now that I'm in a different mindset and different time and space in my life, I really want to celebrate gratitude and the little things. Like this morning I had the opportunity to go to my barn and collect my fresh eggs for my cookies, and of course I have some beautiful light blue ones and a gorgeous brown one to put in these particular cookies that I chose for this. I got to take a bird feeder out to my birds, so I have some blue jays and doves and cardinals and chickadees that will come, and I also have a great big gray squirrel that may come out as well, and they come to the bird feeder, and there's peanut halves and some corn and some of their favorite sunflower seeds and so on and so forth in the bird feeder. So I always love feeding the birds on Christmas Eve and enjoying when they come to eat the seeds. And with any luck, this is so exciting as well. At my local feed store, they have these little bags of reindeer feed that they set aside for the children. And every year my eyes light up when I see them, and I always ask how much they are, and they almost always give me some because I just get so excited. So I do have a lot of deer here where I live in Nova Scotia, and they roam my property, so when it snows I can actually see where the paths that they walk. So this evening I will go to a safe place. I will take some carrots that I'll cut up reindeer size and sprinkle that reindeer food and see if the reindeer or deer will come and have a little snack. So that's always fun. So that will be one of the things that I'm doing this holiday season, or tonight for Christmas Eve, is feeding the birds and the deer, making these cookies, and then I'll hop in my Jeep. I have some new winter tires I'm pretty excited about, so where the roads are kind of, it's slippery and it's snowing, but I'm going to hop in my Jeep and hopefully deliver a few Christmas presents to my grandbabies. We didn't plan very well this year because we were not feeling well, so I had a really bad cold. I didn't feel bad, but I was very stuffy and coughing, and I carried it for quite a few days, so I didn't have an opportunity to get out and deliver presents. So today's the day. So once I cook these cookies, I'm going to let them cool while I'm finishing the last minute wrapping under my tree upstairs. So every year I decorate 2 Christmas trees. One's a living Christmas tree that I put all our family Christmas tree ornaments on, or Christmas ornaments on. Like my sons, I have 2 sons, so I put their babies' first Christmas ornaments on there, as well as every year I give my family ornaments for Christmas, usually, but not always. And I have my mom's ornaments that are so meaningful to me, and I decorate our living Christmas tree with those ornaments. But upstairs in my bedroom, where I wrap my presents, I have a Christmas tree that's all Tim Hortons ornaments. My collection of Tim Hortons ornaments, as well as my vintage carousel ornaments. So I may do a video of those. I know I have in the past of the carousel ornaments because they're just so amazing. There's a lion and a tiger and a zebra, an elephant, and I believe a horse. And they move up and down and they sing the Christmas music. So I always like to put those on when I'm wrapping my presents. And the Tim Hortons ornaments, I just have to read my recipe again. Sorry, I have trouble focusing. And if you guys are all having trouble focusing this holiday season, give yourself a break and try your best to relax into this sleigh ride. So, that's going to be super fun delivering these cookies and wrapping my presents upstairs with my Tim Hortons tree. And the Tim Hortons tree is extra special because every year my family gets me the collectible Tim Hortons ornament. And as some of you can see, I also collect Tim Hortons mugs. So this is the holiday Tim Hortons mug that I have this year. So I've been drinking my coffee, decaffeinated coffee, each morning from this mug that I absolutely love. It's big, so it holds a lot of coffee, which is wonderful. Tim Hortons is so important to my family because my partner and I had met at a Tim Hortons a whole bunch of moons ago, back when we were friends, because we were friends first for a long time, a lot of years, and back then we met at the Tim Hortons here in the town that we now live in Windsor, Nova Scotia. And my son works at a Tim Hortons as well. So we have a little history of Tim Hortons, so I like to celebrate it, as well as our family. How we love spending our time is doing road trips. And every time you do a road trip, you always stop at Tim Hortons. So I collect the mugs, I collect the ornaments, I decorate a Tim Hortons tree each and every year, and I always add my new ornament to the tree. And that has been extra special for a long, long time for us. Now, actually, I'm really excited. I got a friend had given us some flour. That usually I use the Robin Hood's flour, but this time I was given this gift. It's a golden crust flour that's made here in Canada, in Bay Roberts, Newfoundland. So that's exciting. I always like to buy as many close to home products as possible, and if not close to home products, things that come from other provinces to celebrate them as well. So this is just the cocoa mix with I use sea salt with this recipe, as well as the baking soda and flour. I'm just giving that a good mix because we're going to mix that in with our butter and eggs and sugars and vanilla. So friends, this video didn't really have a topic, but I think I'm going to just talk about a timeline quickly because I have started, as some of you know, an online business. It's called the Cozy Cushion Daily Pay. So this new business helps people start passive income businesses that are theirs alone, where they can generate income passively with an automated system while they're working their current job for extra income. It's very, very exciting. It's brand new. I haven't been promoting it a whole lot, but I'm going to really drive that in coming into the new year. And I just want you, if you're tuning into this video and passive income is exciting to you, or you like the idea of starting your own business, being an entrepreneur, as well as starting an automated digital business that you can run from anywhere. This business, you can, as long as you've got a cell phone, you can work your business. So you can be at Costco, you can be in the Dominican Republic, you can be on Mount Everest. As long as you've got a Wi-Fi signal, you can run this business. It's completely automated. You do have to build it, but that's the exciting part, is you get to learn and earn. Two very exciting things, especially with the debt load that some of us are carrying right at this present moment. So that business, if you want to tune into that, you can find me on Facebook, and the business, I'll be talking about it there on the Cozy Cushion page, and I'll also post links in and after some of my videos with my email, Natasha at thecozycushondailypay.com. That's the website. So I will add that information in as well, just in case you're interested. So, timelines. Don't underestimate your own capacity to change your life for the better in tiny ways. Every day, in every way, you can choose things along the way that can really add up and make a difference in your life. One thing I realized back when I started my construction business in 2019, I very much used to underestimate myself. I used to work in health and wellness. I worked in a gym. I loved absolutely every second of it. The most I ever made was under $13 an hour. I worked full time. I just started a cleaning business to raise my children, where I charged somebody $15 an hour to clean their house. So therefore I had to have 4 houses. Approximately 3 to 4 houses I cleaned, aside from my own house and my full-time job. That's what led me to digital marketing. There's not enough hours in life to get ahead. Or there wasn't for me. I had to find my own way. So how I found my own way was I listened to my impulses. I trusted my ability to make choices based on what I needed at the time. So what that means is when it was time to give up my fitness business, I didn't know that change was good. I used to resist change horribly because I hated change. So I was basically made myself sick and tired, like a lot of us do during the holidays. Friends, stop doing that to yourself. Stop making yourself sick and tired with worry and panic and killing yourself working. So I was getting migraine headaches. My mom was unwell. I was becoming unwell. I was having just shit time, to tell you quite honestly, and I was never making enough money. So, with that being said, one morning I got so sick and tired, I just quit my job. I had a migraine headache. I was going to call in sick, so that's what I thought I was doing. I thought I was calling in sick. I called in, and when they answered the phone, I just said, "Hi, it's Natasha. I have a migraine headache, and I'm going to call in sick." And he said, that's okay. That's fine. We'll see you when you come in. And I said, "No, you won't, because I am quitting. I won't be back." I hung up the phone, and I was sick, so, it wasn't going well. So I went to the washroom, I threw up, I laid on the floor in a puddle of snot and cried and cried and cried because I was just so sick and tired and emotionally, physically, and spiritually drained from the job that didn't no longer filled my needs. It just didn't fit me anymore. It was like an outfit. As we age, it gets too tight and we try to wear it anyway. It doesn't work. So, I was trying to force it to work. I was doing too much to make it work. So I quit. That was the best decision I could have ever made for myself, because I realized I had all the tools that I needed to start my own business. When I was a fitness person in the gym, I had already run my own yoga studio. I had already run my own personal training programs. I was already assistant manager to a bunch of employees. I had learned so many skills, from housekeeping, running my own business there, to in the gym and my customer service things there. I was also a cashier. And let me tell you, if that doesn't season you for our world, nothing will. So I used all those tools to start my second business after my personal training business and my yoga studio that didn't fit me anymore. I outgrew it actually a lot quicker than I thought. I started Raven Construction. Do I do construction? No. But I know people that have worked for very little money their whole life, that have built the skills that could do the work for me, with me. And together, we could level up. And that's exactly what I did. I started a construction business. I used my manager skills. I used what very limited computer skills that I had to find the programs and everything that I needed to run my business. So I automated most of my construction business so that I have a program that works, that I understand, because I'm not an accountant. I had to learn all that. And so what I did was I changed my life. I took a chance on me and my experience and life skills that we all have, all of us, including you, and I opened my own business, which allowed me to spend time with my mom as she was not well, and focus on my own mental health, which was very important at the time, and gain back all the things that I really needed to live a joyous life. So during that time, it was ugly friends. It was a dark night of the soul. What that looked like was the house we were living in was going to be sold. Everything fell apart. Our vehicles fell apart. Our relationship was falling apart. I was falling apart. It was really a lot of change for everybody. My youngest son was getting older. I had a grandchild, born. There was so many things that happened, but the beautiful things that had happened was we created a blended family. A fairly big blended family. Is it perfect? Probably not, but we are super proud of everything, which is the important part. We also became better teammates. We succeeded in business. We had numerous setbacks. Oh my God. The first couple years in business, well, first of all, we started a business. I started the business in just before COVID. So my business that I started, which is where intuition comes into play, friends. Intuitively, I'm glad I made this choice, because health and wellness wouldn't happen during the pandemic. Those people were shut down. Construction would still be able to be out on the field working. And we were also having a housing crisis. I build houses. So intuitively, starting a construction company without knowing anything about a construction company was a really good intuitive choice for me, and perfectly aligned with who I am, because my great-grandfather, Grampy Charlie, which is my favorite person on the planet, built houses. He was a carpenter. My dad, carpenter, and has built houses. He's also a farmer and a musician. My dad, so all those experiences for all of us, no matter what you've done, is valuable. So valuable. So construction in that business proved to be very good, because before I took a chance on me, there was Christmases, honestly, where I was lined up at the food bank. There's Christmases that I was relying on the Salvation Army and their hampers, their winter clothes, and their gifts. I oftentimes went to the churches and asked for help. They also had Christmas hampers that I would get way back when I was a single mom, working as many hours as I could and cleaning houses and missing every minute with my child. I have 2 children, 15 years apart. It's another whole video. So I was missing time. When I started construction business, I got that time back with my family. I got that time back for myself, my mental health. I got the money in our pockets instead of being dispersed through an employer working for someone else. I had an opportunity to make my own hours, and I learned a lot from that, which gave me the freedom to learn from home, which I did. So during the shutdown of the world, we all changed things. I would love to hear below what you changed. Please leave me comments if your life changed during the pandemic. Please tell me what you did, what choices you made, most importantly, the ones that worked for you. So, with all that, I learned that starting businesses was not as scary as I thought, and they can be very beneficial. So at the end of this year, I started a digital marketing business, the Cozy Cushion Daily Pay. It's very automated. I can do it while running my construction business, and most importantly is I can show you how I did it. And I can offer you that blueprint to help you start your own business in digital marketing. It's a big curve, I know, but if I can learn it, I'm not computer savvy at all. So there was some learning curves. But you have support. You have a whole community of people to talk to and back you up. So I am actually looking for 10 people anywhere in the world. I would love y'all to be a Canadian, but that's okay if you're not. 10 people that really want to hear about this program and this new business that I'm starting now. It's already in place. I just don't market it because I've been spending time with my family and I get to do this. So lastly, I want to talk about the simplicities of gratitude and being grateful for traditions, being grateful for where we came from and our struggles in life. You know, a lot of times, I would think so heavily into if things were different, if I did this or if I did that. And it's actually my struggles that really give me the most insight and where gives me the most purpose. Because when I come here to do videos for my YouTube channel, which I love, by the way, I get an opportunity to talk about spiritual principles and spiritual strength training things like gratitude, empathy, intuition, trusting yourself. Trust that you have everything you need to make it in this world. right where you're at. The only thing you need to change is your mindset and change your willingness to do something about it. There were times in my life where my addiction ruled my behavior. My Christmases was ruined. My Christmas was ruined. Most of my oldest son's life, because my emotional state would really decline for the holidays. I would be really distraught and upset. And I would use and abuse drugs and alcohol to get through the holidays. There's been more than one Christmas where I didn't wake up. And if I did wake up, I wasn't happy, joyful, or present. And when I think back on those times, I do have regret. But I also have gratitude that I've grown through it. That I'm now here, a grandmother to 12 beautiful grandchildren. And I have an opportunity. I get to make cookies for my family. As a matter of fact, I'm having cookies for breakfast, friends. When these puppies are done, I am having a double chocolate cookie for my Christmas Eve breakfast with my Tim Hortons Big Mug coffee that actually does have caffeine in it today. Usually I've been off the caffeine, but I kind of need a little extra boost, and I honestly love the caffeine. But yeah, I'm going to drink that coffee, and I'm going to have a cookie, and I'm going to wrap some presents while they bake. Once they're done, I'm going to eat one for breakfast, and then I'm going to head out and deliver these to my family. So I'm very excited about that because the snowy drive is going to be delightful. I'm going to listen to Christmas tunes and then get home safe so that I can spend Christmas Eve with my young son, my French bulldogs, my life partner and best friend, and we're going to enjoy a relaxed holiday with very little stress. And we know we're going to make very special arrangements with the people that we haven't had an opportunity to do so because we've either been sick or the distance or the weather. You know, we've had snow. So yeah, it's going to be really, really great. And my wish for you all is to find a renewed sense of holiday spirit. Because for me, what the holidays is really all about, friends, is being present for yourself. Has nothing to do really with the rest of the world. Because you matter. You deserve to have a good holiday doing what makes you happy. And I really hope that you don't have to run from it. I hope that you don't have to hide from it. And I really, my most sincerest wish is that you feel love today, whether it's by yourself, whether it's by Mother Nature, which I'm so happy Mother Nature's given us snow. Really, really makes me happy. It's really beautiful out there. But most importantly, I hope that you have peace in your heart. I do these videos because you mean the world to me. You matter to me. My viewers matter to me because I enjoy, my purpose is to reach out to you and share my light. To share the joy in the small things. And to share the things that matter to me. Like growing my own food, my eggs, my pets, my duck Jerry, which is doing amazing. I will try to do a Jerry video. I will try to do a pickle fist bump video. So those of you that don't know my French bulldog, Ben Allen, he is on my Instagram sometimes. So add me to your Instagram, add me to your Facebook, Natasha at the Cozy Cushion, and Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you take time to read yourself a story as well. Take care. You are loved by me. And I'll see you next week. Merry Christmas.